Alright, so I guess it's time for another review video. So today we'll be reviewing the Spanish maestro Andres Iniesta. So I will be reviewing on the world best version because that's the version that I have. I'll be also talking a little bit about the 10U version because that is also one of my substitute. Basically, Iniesta is so good that I actually want to use two versions of him. So let's look at his world best stat first. So like we all know, Iniesta is a attacking midfielder, famous for his passing. So as you can see here, he's got very good short passing and long passing stats, very good positioning and very good vision obviously. And another thing that is very good that the world best Iniesta has is his agility. So I've always emphasized on agility because when you are in the attacking third, the box is normally, the area is always very crowded with defenders, so you have to have high agility for you to squirm your way around, and Iniesta has very high agility. So in terms of the traits, right, Iniesta has 6, so he's a playmaker, he's obviously a midfield master, he's a crosser, he's a dribbler, he's acrobatic sort of things. Work rate wise is a high mid, which is to me the best work rate you can have for an attacking mid, because you want them to come into the box late like a Post Scholes or a Frank Lampard kind of thing. At the same time, you also want them to do a little bit of defending. So if the world best version is too pricey for you, you can actually go for the 10U version, which I recommend, because if you compare the stats, right, the world best version and the 10U version is actually very similar. The only thing that is different is actually the sprint. The world best has 81 sprint while the 10U has the 74 sprint, but for a cam, right, the sprint is actually not so important. Whereas and you also lose out in the vision. So the XI one is a 93, 10U one is 84. I actually have I don't feel the impact of vision so much, so it is also not very significant. And the 10U one is cheap, it's 22 million for a +2 one. Whereas if you go for a 08E one, a +1 costs you a 19 million already. If you compare the stats between the 08E and the world best one, you can see that the agility is greatly reduced. So the 08E one only has 80 agility, so that might affect the dribbling ability, the turning ability of the Iniesta. So you guys might want to consider either the world best version or the 10U version. In my opinion, he is the best cam available in this game, and you'll see why in the high. Okay, so let's now talk about the actual in-game performance of Iniesta. So the first thing that we're going to talk about obviously is his passing ability. So very high short passing, very high long passing. Basically, Iniesta will be able to pick out his teammate from any position possible, be it a nice short simple pass, raking long pass from his own half, a through ball, short through ball, high through ball, any kind of pass he will be able to pick up. Of course, in terms of control, you gotta do it yourself lah, but basically he will not let you down when he comes to passing. And then let's talk a little bit about his positioning. So I seem to be able to find Iniesta easily, so I put him at the CAM position, and whenever my defender or my defensive mid or even my wingers get the ball, Iniesta is always available for a pass, and that is actually very useful, especially when you're in a tight spot and you are trying to get the ball away. He's always there, he's always available. Now let's talk about the most important aspect of Iniesta, which makes me want to use him compared to other cams. His agility, very high, base agility at 92. Because of his size, he's relatively small. He is able to turn and twist his way around the defense, as you can see in the few highlights that we have already. When he gets the ball, be it his back against the goal, in any kind of position, he can twist and turn, you see. And you see one example here, he makes a 360 turn, and then just basically skin the defender. And then this is really important, especially when in the final time. I'm sure you have experienced many times when you are in the final third, you pass to a player who is quite stiff, maybe like maybe a Yaya Toure or kind of Toni Kroos. They might not be able to turn in time before the defender tackles them, and that's a wasted opportunity. So this agility thing is really important here for Cam position. And then another thing that we can talk about is obviously his goal scoring. Iniesta is actually not a natural goal scorer. He's more of an assister, the kind that puts goals on the plate for the strikers. But he is still able to contribute a significant amount of goals. Surprise, surprise, he is able to score some quite spectacular goals. I didn't manage to actually capture it, but there was a few times when he was able to score some raking volleys, like a cross from the wings, and then because he arrives late in the box, he'll be at the D area and then he just volleys the ball in. So that is actually the strength of Iniesta. Now in terms of weakness, I would say the most obvious weakness is his lack of stature. So he's actually quite small, so that might be a little bit of a problem when you use him. He will get tackled, definitely he will get tackled, but if you use him smartly, if you turn him away from the defender, actually he will be able to get away from the defender. But if you use him to tank, obviously he will be not budge away from the ball, so to speak. So if you want to use Iniesta, you have to use him properly, not as a tanker, so to speak. Yeah, so that is actually the only weakness for Iniesta. Okay, and that is the end of my review of Andres Iniesta. So I hope you guys find this helpful. I hope you guys find this series helpful. I do receive a lot of requests on different players. I would like to apologize that because I can't really do players that I do not have currently. So what I can do is actually just to show my team, and then maybe you guys can just comment and let me know, out of my team, which kind of which player would you guys want me to review. I was actually thinking of doing EC Ronaldo because I just got him recently, and to be honest, I'm actually quite intrigued and quite impressed by him. So I'm actually thinking of doing him, but it's okay. You guys can maybe drop a comment and let me know my team, which one would you guys like me to review. I've got quite a few, so maybe I can just scroll through and maybe let you guys see. I've got EC Sanchez, I've got Tots Messi, I've done it already. I've got Ibra, Tots Matic. Yeah, let me know, and I'll see you next time.